Alright, so we're going to do number 17. And the first challenge here is to figure out what the overall length of this piece is. And I know from this tower to here is 1 inch. And I know that the radius of this big circle is 0.5. Well, if I double that, it becomes 1 inch. And it says symmetrical part, so I know the whole thing is the same if I cut it in half. So actually the entire length of this piece is 3 inches, which is 12 triangles. Okay. And I'm going to draw everything here except the circles. And I know that the depth of this piece is 1 inch because again the radius here is 0.5, so from here to here is 0.5, but from here to here is 1. Look at that, math works. And once again, I apologize for the ugliness of the drawing, but when you draw with a document camera in your face, what do you want? Okay, so I'm actually going to block in this whole thing. Some folks I've noticed are just drawing the up to where the center point of that arc would be, like they're truncating it here. That's fine. Do it however you like to do it. So now I know this goes back 4. Okay, and then it goes up. It goes up 0.75 to the center of this circle. So that's 3 triangles up. And we're just going to connect this guy to itself. Alright, put in this line here, which is the cute little shelf. And now we're going to draw the arc, the ellipse that goes here. So I know that it has a diameter of 1 and it's on the top plane. So if you're using one of the rectangular templates, if you draw the whole thing, you'll see it lines up nice and even. There's a center point. It touches, or fancy math word, becomes tangent to all of those surfaces. Now I don't need to draw the whole thing because I only need half of it, so I just lay that in. Okay, and then I'm just going to erase these construction lines here. Alright, and then to draw the bottom one, I know that the thickness of this thing is 0.5. So from the center of that circle, I'm going to come down 2 triangles. 1, 2. And it's awkwardly on where that corner was, but it is what it is. Find the center. Line up my template. And drop in that arc. And then to do the far side of it, all you do is connect the dots here. Fancy line. We call it a line of tangency, but you know, look at that geometry. And if I had an erasing shield, I would clean that up so that the arc actually touched as one single line. All right. To do the little circle in the center, it tells me the diameter is 0.5 all the way through. So I would find 0.5 on my ellipse template. There it is, 1/2 inch. Once again, line up your black marks on the blue lines and draw the circle. to do the arc here, I know that the center point is right here, but this is on the right hand plane. If you're using one of these, the rectangular circle templates, you're going to have to kind of tilt it up on an angle to do this. So this is going to be 1 inch because the diameter is 0.5. Do you see how it fits nice right there? That center line that I drew goes right across the center on the blue lines, and then I just line up the template on the blue lines and I draw the arc. Okay. To do the arc back here, I know that this is 1 inch. So I'm going to count back 4 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to line it up. And I drew the whole circle, but I don't really need the whole circle. And once again, you guys have lovely erasing shields and you don't have to draw as dark as I am on the document camera. And then you just connect the lines and erase the part you don't need, which is this part. Okay? And I count back from this point 4, because I know this thickness is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at that. That's where it's going to come down, right where the circle touches. And it's going to come down 3, 1, 2, 3, or 4 in an eraser. And then I'm going to draw the line back. And I'm going to draw this guy here. I'm going to draw this line all the way to the back. And when you do this, draw it lightly. Once again, I'm drawing on the document camera, so I need to do it dark. Okay. And now I know that this center is over 2, down 2. So actually the center of this circle is like, again, awkwardly on this line I've already drawn. So I'm going to take my 1 inch template, I'm going to line it up with that as the center. And see how it once again creates those points of tangency on the lines that I've drawn? And I just realized I'm using a word some of you may not know what it means. You guys know what tangent means? It means when you have a circle and it's a point in space or a line is just touching that circle in one place, they're just kissing like that. Hey, here's my circle. And it's just touching. That's what tangent is. Okay, so there's the arc. Oops, it needs to go all the way around. There you go. And then I come down 2 triangles, and that's going to be the center of the bottom part. And then you just connect the dots there. And erase the piece you don't need. You only need a tiny bit of this arc on the bottom so that it looks round. So once you clean it up, oh, and I forgot the circle on the back, that's a 1/2 inch. So once again, line it up, center of the template, in the middle, and that's what it's going to end up looking like. The guy on this side that I missed, once again, see how to draw on this right plane, I've tilted it up. And the tick marks are this tick mark and this tick mark. And there's 17. To get full credit on this drawing, I would erase all of the extra yucky marks that hopefully you didn't make too dark. Make sure everything is a nice clean line, like over here where it looks a little sketchy, I'd take my ruler and fill that in. And I'd erase all of these construction lines that I drew to lay in the circles. But as far as the drawing being accurate right now, it is correct. Okay? Hope that helps. I'll put this up on YouTube for you guys too. And it's just